Hey there, it's Patmos and nice of you to join me for the continuing adventures with our little town in land of the Vikings. And well, our Vikings are doing quite okay, I think. Population of 44, not a bad number. And well, we keep growing. We have to ensure our food supply though. I think we produce enough now, but if we start growing too quickly with housing, that might no longer be the case. So we really have to ensure that everybody has what they need. We also want to keep an eye on all the people that do jobs and see if we have enough people doing all the different jobs. So for instance, right now we have no assigned builders, which could be a problem if we start to build a lot of buildings. We're not doing that, but that could be a problem. So I think we need to focus on some extra growth with extra housing and people because, well, we do need some extra hands. We have only 2 laborers, but I think we also have a few kids on our hands. We go see the village population. We have 23 adults and 15 kids. So having a few kids grow up will also go a long way into helping us. So it's a bit of a trade-off basically on what we want and what we want to get. Now, we don't have many logs at this point, so I think it's good to just start by bringing all the logs into the wood storages and collecting all the different resources right now. So we'll leave them busy with that. But what we could do, for instance, is start to map out a little bit more of the road network that we want to have in the end. So maybe we need to continue the roads here, but it could also be something later on to go up here or further here to make sure that we get I don't know, like different parts of the village near the mountain. So I think planning the road already up there could be very much worthwhile. We can also just fit a house here, so why not? Let's just fit in one extra house. They won't be building it straight away since we won't have a builder. But at least then we know what we want to get and where do we want to get it. And I think in the future we also might need things like an extra storage. We have place now. It's not at its limit. We can also just add some decorations to it that will increase the amount of stuff they can store in there. We can see right here that the food is almost at the max actually. And let's check this because, yeah, we are creating bread, which is great. People can use that. We are also storing wheat that we harvest, which is, I think, a very great addition to store that wheat. We should start to see, yeah, meat coming from this. And maybe some meat and hides soon too. Now, we can't make clothing and stuff yet because we have to get to the point where we can. But there's also these things like villagers work 5% faster in the fields. Grain warehouses provide 10% more space. Mines work 5% faster. Or a shipyard. Now I'm aiming for the shipyard right now. Because we do have fisheries. Or a fishing hut basically. And it's working, but we can see that the boats are starting to have some wear and tear and durability goes down. And for that we need the docks to actually repair those and build new ships and stuff like that. So awaiting a chance to get to the point where we have the docks, so we have 4 points here and unlock the docks, might be a very good and worthwhile one. At the same time, we see that they've chopped most of the trees that we've assigned, so it would be quite handy if they just start to bring in logs that lay around. Now we see somebody here that brought in a log here, so that's good. Yeah, alright, this one is really going back and forth bringing in logs. We also have our hunter here and the gatherer. Luckily they both have 2 people in there, so that is good. That means that they are really getting all the resources that we need. And just having them... we have 4 laborers now. I guess 2 kids grew up because I don't see any extra people in town. Yeah, 45, so 1 new kid probably. That's actually quite okay. That means that we can assign 1 builder and slowly start to build this house. Yeah, the storage is full. Maybe we can expand it a bit more by adding some decorations to it. Let's just rotate a bit. Now, of course, if we place some decorations on this side, the warehouse will also benefit. So that could be an interesting option to do. But I think we should just place them somewhere here too. Unfortunately, we can't stack them, so that is not an option. But we can also get things like the 3 barrels and maybe put some other stuff into this little area. Like a few boxes. And it won't do too much for the storage, especially these smaller things. Won't do too much for the storage, but it will increase it in the end, and that's nice, I guess. And this way it seems like they can actually access all of this, and that's something that I usually don't pay attention to. You just stack as many of these 4-barrel decorations as possible, because that will just ensure that you have all that you want. But yeah, the eye wants something too, although we could be putting in a few more right here on this side too. Like there's a alright, well, now it's like they have a lot of stuff in store and they're opening them from this side on. So this should do the trick. Now it can store 300, which is a bigger number. This can now store 340. So it did work. And, well, once everything is stored there, it's okay. And if we need some real extra storage space, we can also build an extra warehouse. That's fine. One of the things we should be doing, though, I think, is start working on a road connection here outside of town. And maybe add the warehouse somewhere here, because there's a lot of goods in this area that might just want to get into a warehouse for some nice storage. So why not build it here then and put 2 people in? We have 6 laborers free now, so kids are starting to grow up. We are down to 44, so apparently somebody died. But we did get 6 laborers now, so we did have some extra kids growing up. Warehouse worker, oh, that's down to 1, so somebody died here. Let's get in an extra worker so that they keep all the works up. We also only have 1 stone cutter, 1 fisherman now, so people die and they don't get replaced. That might be something. And especially if we want to get a lot of food, it might be good to make sure that we have those people in there. That might bring the village further and further. Are they... there's no active builders, but they have all the resources, so we can build that house as soon as the 2 active builders start to work. And I think they're just bringing in some resources here, maybe. Or they will start to work soon on this house. Both is fine, I think. Yeah, there comes one. Very good. That's the great thing. We should probably build a lantern here and one there for the light, so that people can really see what they're doing. Yep, that's better. So now at least at nighttime we can see a little better. It's costing us quite a few coins, but we get those back in slowly from the marketplace, and we can see that we have over 300 food now. This is at the max, which is fine. There's still room in here to store... oh, we can't store food in here. Now that's interesting. Sorry about that little cough there. Interesting that you can only store food at the marketplace. So either we jump this with a lot more of these decorations, or we have to build another one to actually store some decent amounts of goods. So right now I'm quite tempted to just add some of this and hope that it'll work. Or we can store some extra here. But I also don't want to overdo it on the decorations, because it's already quite a bit. It shows that we have an abundance in the village right now, if we do it like this. But I also don't want it to go too crazy. So I'll leave it at this. We have a new family. They got married. That's nice. We have 45 people in. We now have 8 laborers. So that's getting better and better. That would mean that we could add a carpenter and a stone cutter. Now this is the stone cutter. We should see somebody going there at some point, and then we should see that extra worker. But I'm always a bit... Yep, there it is. Okay, so that does work. You just click it and then it finds the right person and it goes there. Very good. So now they're going to build this warehouse. But apparently they can't store food in the warehouse. Not at all? No. Okay. Well, it is what it is, but it's fine. Then maybe we should focus on even more growth, getting some extra villagers again. I think if we get this high enough, we might get the extra point and we can gain a lot of fame. Oh, the warehouse is ready. Very good, very good. Let's get some fast people in there. 2 right now. That's it. 4 laborers, 2 builders, but we have nothing to build, so let's get those out. Because right now I don't think we have many things that we actually need to get, although I want the extra wheat granary. I believe we have 2 wheat fields right now. Is this still... Yeah, there's still some in there. And... we have not selected a crop here. Should we do barley and then get beer production going? I think the people will love to have the option to get beer. Beer is produced from barley. Alright. Well, I have an idea. Because we can do the barley productions or the beer production somewhere here. Let's just get rid of this. Build a road here. Then we can build the storage here for the barley. As soon as the tree's gone, maybe. No, it will fit. I'll build the storage up here. I think that's just a tiny bit better. And then we get the brewery to start brewing us some beer. And having these close to each other will help. There might even be some space for another little well or something like that there. Oh, there's already a well, so that can't be. No military stuff, but this will help us to get to the brewery. That's nice and helpful. Maybe we should get into mining soon too. Not that we can do anything with the mine, but it'll be fine. And I think we need to focus on extra farming soon to keep the right amount of foods incoming. Now there's basically a lot to do, but you also don't want to overexpand too quickly, because they'll get you into trouble. That's not what we want. Now this should be a mining site, so there could be some nice iron ore or something in there. So expanding the village a bit this way could be real nice. Could also be real nice to get some extra farmland and plan it out a bit. Now here's the water and the waterways. Here's also access to water. Oh, here too, so that doesn't really matter. Then I think we should expand the village a bit this way, because there's also the mining options here. If we go to that and we just build a mine here. Oh, we can't. There's not real mining there. This is a mine. Okay, interesting. Come on, screen. Stop by that. If you click one of the buttons too long, it just keeps going. That's really annoying. Alright, what if we get to the stone pit? There's one. No, that's not really close and accessible. This is also not really close and accessible. To go all this way and then all that way. So we might need to build an extra village somewhere down there. Okay, interesting. That's not going to happen. Winter is coming. A harsh winter is coming. Harvest your fields. Prepare the clothes. Last until the summer. Yeah. We're going to try. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get that little harvest in. Game paused, obviously. That's not really what I wanted. I think we should focus now on just growing our population. We are at 48. We have good amounts of people doing different jobs. But Let's get an extra miller. And let's just start building extra houses now in order to provide stuff for everyone. Now, I don't want the road to be so wonky to go to that side spot. Yeah, that's better. Oh boy. It's not like I'm doing something, it just keeps moving. Well, let's start by building a house right there. And see if we build this one now, it will be better. Hardly think so. But we'll just remove the road and build a new one. Yeah, food-wise, I think we are quite good actually. So just building a couple more houses to house more people will be helpful. There we go. They can take all winter to build them, so we'll just add 2 builders to it. That should be fine. And I think adding another fishing hut will also go a long way. Not because we really need that right now to work and function already as a fishing yard. But we can really use it to just be there in case we need it. And we have 3 of life points. So let's unlock the shipyard, Wegvizier, so that we can build the shipyard. And what's coming after that? The tailor and the blacksmiths. Precisely what we are looking for, especially now with these harsh winters. Yeah, the crops are dead. Okay. We need to get into a different way of looking at things. Like building clothing and tools. Alright, we can build a shipyard here. Or maybe all the way here. Who knows? I think we're gonna build it somewhere here. And then also build a road connection to it. We'll stop right here and then... I don't know. We'll just build it like this and then we'll just connect these bits to the actual building. I think we should go to 3 builders now. 4 people gathering stuff. We have plenty of logs and stuff anyway. They're making works of chopping it down, so that's good. 400 food right now. How much can we store? Only 300. So they should be storing the food somewhere. Probably in their buildings or something like that. But I don't know. Is the fishery like totally filled with food? Oh yeah, 12 fish in there. Maybe the gatherer also has some stuff. Ooh, yeah. Newcomers will arrive in your village. Newcomers have been seen coming towards the village. The village was attacked by looters. Several families, including children, were able to escape. Since they could not bring any of their belongings with them, they had to leave everything behind. At the end of the day-long journey, they reached your village. They need a place to stay and food. Do you want them to join? Yes. They can happily come in. We will use them in our labor force for good use. There's 37 food in here, 33 in here. So yeah, we're getting good amounts of food. All right, these are interesting numbers. Let's get the numbers of builders up. As soon as we build those houses, they will be ready to have a life in one of those houses. So that's good. And we are at 59 population now. That's a real big boost. Now everything is still pretty close to the marketplace, so that's okay. But we could start another marketplace at some point here. And expand the village this way. Ooh. Curious villagers. The villagers are asking questions about the type of village you will develop. Will you focus on warfare and power demanding areas, or will you expand the village in the field of production? Might demanding areas. The strength and speed of the villagers increases. Production in areas that require intelligence. The intelligence and luck of the villagers increases. Oh boy, I really don't know what to pick. Well, we're gonna go with intelligence. Objective started. Survive the winter. Build more than 2 hunting lodges. Okay. We'll build a second hunting lodge. That's fine. Maybe there's the time for that right now anyway. I mean, we have one here. Maybe we should go all the way up here and build another one. Yeah. Alright, let's build a hunting lodge here. And I think we can also do the extra gathering hut. Just to be on the safe side of things. Although, if we place it here, it has 87. Here it has 100%. Alright. Well, 100% is a good score. Let's try that. We are building quite a few buildings now, though, so let's see how that goes. I don't see any homeless signs anymore, so I think everybody's living in this house now, the whole new family that came in. They probably want... Some of them want a house of their own, but that's fine. They're bringing in all the logs that we require. This is good for now. Not really interested in distributing the work differently, although we could get 2 extra farmers after the winter to help out with the extra field. There's nothing picked yet, so we'll have to pick those crops that we want to get in there as soon as we can, but we'll see. And oh, they still need to build this too. Oh boy, we have so many building projects running right now. It's interesting. But with every one they finish, that's also good, and only 3 can work on this, I think. So there'll be 3 others working on a different building. 2 people got married straight away. That's good. So it's actually not that bad, because now they are just distributing the goods along the different building sites, as we can see right here. And then 3 start building. Other 3 will still keep going with distributing the goods. So things look rather okay for now. Building another house. Happiness is a bit lower now because it's cold and somebody feels sick. Should go to the herbalist. Oh, there's a few sick villagers. Oh, that's not good. I guess we need to really get to the point where we can get clothing, because I think a lot of this has to do with them not having clothing. We got extra laborers again, so let's have 8 builders now to finish all structures. They need to bring in some stones there, but that should work out fine. This house is built. Already a new family started living there. How are we doing on terms of firewood? 490. Oh, that's good. And we have herbs. We have hides and wool, so we can really start clothing production as soon as we need to. Oh, I'm quite happy with all the resources and stuff we have. I don't see a shortage incoming anytime quickly. But you can never be sure, so we'll see. Another house done. New family lives there now. Which also means that they can have kids and start growing the village that way. Just 1 worker left. And here we have the barley granary. That just needs 1 log. Well, we're not going to put anybody in the brewery yet, because we don't have anybody to go in the brewery. Well, we do have the people for it, but we don't have any resources for it. So why put somebody in there? There's no use. They've built the barley granary, so we can now store barley. I think they will now start to really bring resources up here. I just hope that they don't start to get into some kind of brain freeze or something while walking all the way up there. Could be interesting to build a road all the way up here. So to speed up their walking. Because they will walk faster on a road. So that could work out. Alright, there we are. We might need to drop the number of builders soon. Because I don't think they're all building still. Although right now they have to carry all the resources there. And that is something the builders will really do. So on that front we don't have to change up anything. But it might just be that soon enough they won't be carrying all the resources anymore. And there's just a few building and all the others are not really doing anything. So let's tell these to chop some trees and cut some stone. Are we already? Oh no, we're halfway through the winter now. That's okay though, that's nice. But alright, first stage is ready. Here also the first stage is ready. So now they're bringing in all the other stuff. And we do have plenty, I think, so that should be okay. I'm going to reduce the number of builders by 2. So that we have 10 people now gathering the resources around the village. And bringing them in. There were a lot of logs laying around from earlier. But I think most of them are brought in now. Or they might be covered under the snow, I don't know. But I hope they just brought them in. Now I see that we really have to get into the torching business. I don't know if that's the correct term, but at least everybody knows what I mean. We have to make sure that people can see during the night times, and we have to connect houses to the roads because it actually makes villagers more happy. So if you have houses, connect them to the roads. Villagers will appreciate you for it, and they'll be happy that they have a road connection. So please do so. It actually does work. Alright, some lamppost. Alright, there comes the shipyard. They need a lot of stuff for it though. We do have everything. I'm not 100% sure about these two buildings. If we can build those two. 24. Yeah, we do need some extra timber at this point, but we have 2 carpenters, so that should be fine. Here's the stone cutter. That's doing an excellent job. We've set the limit to 120. Oh, that's okay. This guy's really busy chopping firewood. They keep up with the numbers though. So they keep it up to about 500 even throughout the whole winter. So that's good. But those are buildings you need to keep your eyes on, because it could well be at some point that you run out of firewood, because slowly the demand got bigger than the supply, and then you really have to get an extra one. But it's hard to say when that number will be there, so just keep your eye on it every now and then. I do like the fact that I think they managed it pretty well, or they balanced it pretty well. So we have 65 villagers and 1 can just keep up with it, and I think that's pretty accurate. Sometimes you see these games where like you have 40 villagers and you already have to have 2 firewood splitters and a lot of people doing different jobs. And I think this game does really well in terms of balance. I mean, we have 65 people. We do have some cattle and goats and stuff and a few farm fields, but it's not like we need very extensive farming to feed our small population. We can do with what we have. So that's something I really enjoy. Right, is there still a ship laying around? No. We don't have an extra ship going by, so we can't get an extra ship yet. We could put 1 worker in, and that worker will then stand on the pier and fish. That's the thing. And then later on we might get some extra boats. That could be nice too. I think it is time to do something like this. And then oh, we can't go right there. Well, we'll just do something like this. Then there might be a short area where there's no road. But that's okay. They'll figure it out. Alright, well, fisheries have a road. This has... oh, just a stone, and that's done. And that we do have... oh, nobody in here. That's not good. Let's get a worker in there and set it to... oh, we can't do that. Okay. Well, we need a worker in here, of course, to provide us with food and take care of the animals. So sometimes we have to check that. Getting close to the end of winter. Something that I love. The gatherer doesn't work in the winter. That's fine. We'll just put people in. Well, they all live pretty far away. So, yeah, might not be the best option, but we'll just do it anyway. Oh, there's a animal walking. So let's get this hunter done. Just some planks and we can get hunting again. That should provide some extra food. What will happen if we build a house here? Would that work out for them, or do we just leave them walking like that? I think in the end, to get up here for the... see, if we go too far to the edge of the map, thing keeps scrolling all the time. Maybe that has to do with the mountain terrain. I don't know. If we get up here, we can get stone mining. Then maybe we can build a little bit of a village here for the people that work there. And then the people that work here could also start to live there. Something like that. But we'll have to be careful and see what we do. I hope it'll work out soon and we'll find a way. But for now, they'll just have to do a bit of extra walking as we see that we almost survived the winter with 420 food. And that's quite crazy, actually. I mean, we're just keeping the food supply steady or growing, and that's special to me because we don't produce that much food, I think. So this game is pretty well balanced. Alright, just a bit of stuff needs to come in and then we're good. Kind of hoping that we can get this objective. Surviving winter is more challenging. Don't forget to set up a hunter's lodge and a chicken coop. Well, we already have a chicken coop and now we need the second hunting lodge. Could very well be that that is the last stuff that needs to be brought in. Yes, it's building the hunting lodge now. We can see that's a fast process, so I like that. Then we'll put in the hunters and we might have gotten this mission done and get some nice points for it. And that is something I will really like. But he doesn't finish it. He almost finished it and then he walks away and there he's back. And now he should finish it. There we are. Very good. Okay, get people in here. A strong one and a lucky one. There we are. Alright, we have two... Oh, more than 2 hunting lodges. Oh boy. Well, maybe we can build one here for now. What's this? Nothing. Okay, let's go to food. Let's build another hunter. 80%, 100%. Okay. Well, there he goes. We can scale down the number of builders though. Oh. Oh. People do die, which is natural, of course, but because of the high speed kids grow up and stuff, it's also true that some people die pretty early on. So you don't have to play many years for the first people to just start dying of natural causes and stuff. It just happens, and we now have a shipyard. Let's get a smart person in there. And a fast person, I guess, to collect all the stuff too. Oh, I don't really have a lot of fast people, but okay. Repair. Select a ship. Repair ships automatically. We have to explore that feature in the Tree of Life. Okay, well, right now these ships aren't ready for repairs. But we also don't need the extra ship, so let's not waste resources on that. Let's see. Spring is coming. As the snow melted, Mother Earth threw off her cover and began to breathe once again. The birds were dancing in the air, nesting among the newly bloomed flowers of the trees. Undoubtedly, spring has come to our lands once more. That's great. Alright, so we survived a whole other year. Let's put on some barley in this field. Let's get 2 extra farmers so that we have 4. Yeah, let's go plant the barley. There they go. Now they should be planting and harvesting on their own. This is doing the wheat already. Let's see, hopefully we can get a lot of harvest out of that. We are out of logs. That's not a good sign because that kind of means that we're not can create any firewood anymore. But luckily we have plenty of trees in the area, so they can just chop all of those trees and that should be okay. And if we just check our resources, we'll see that we still have 500 firewood. So that is no issue. Don't need to put anybody in a brewer yet. There's just no need. Food-wise, we're good. Timber-wise, we are good. Stone-wise, we're still fine. They already built enough cut stone again, even though we built this shipyard. So all in all, I don't think things look that bad. Let's go down to 2 builders. Are they building this hunter? Oh yeah, that's going fast. Nice. So they'll just bring in the timber, they'll bring in the logs. Yep, very good. So apparently the fastest route is to take the road here and then go down here and then back they will walk this way. Which is interesting because they can just get stuff and apparently don't just walk this way. They'll go all the way there. I like that. That's an interesting step. But while they build this, and it's not done yet, we are going to say goodbye because I've been at it for more than half an hour. We made quite a bit of progress. Let's take a look at our village this way. And there's plenty of stuff to do for the next time. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments and suggestions and tips in the comment section. I will respond to them. And then, of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much and bye-bye.